guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Azza, and today we're going to discuss the importance of saving and salvaging our fresh water and ways we can improve, water scarcity. So let's get started. First off, let's talk about how important fresh water is to our life and how essential it is, and we cannot survive without it. And to be honest, there's not really a shortage of water. We have more than 326 million trillion gallons of it. And yeah, it's crazy. And no matter if the water turns into ice or evaporates, it'll always remain on planet Earth. But one of the problems with that is that 97% of the water in this earth is salt seawater, so we cannot drink it, and 2% of it is stuck in the ice at the poles. And so all of humankind just relies on that 1% of water to survive, which is crazy. But it can also depend where you can get your water from. For example, Kuwait is one of the poorest countries in terms of water per capita, and Canada, one of the richest, has 10,000 times as much as Kuwait. But it also matters where the water is, that 1% of the water that we all rely on. Most of it is underground and is really difficult and expensive to try and get to. So most humans have settled to close surface water like rivers and lakes. And an interesting fact is 90% of the world's population lives less than 10 kilometers away from a fresh water source. The reason that water is becoming more and more scarce is that there are more people on this earth consuming more water. This century's consumption has increased 7 times as great. And the problem isn't there are more people using that water, it's also about how people use that water. For example, humans need a gallon to, they need a gallon of water per day to drink and a gallon to wash their hands and to brush your teeth, and just flushing a toilet takes a gallon away. And you might think using water less and just taking shorter showers and try not to use as much water will help, but globally domestic water use only accounts for 8% consumption. So individual habits can still help a little bit, but it's not going to solve global water scarcity. And 70% of the fresh water goes to agricultural uses and 22% goes to industrial uses, which is crazy. So most of our water goes into agricultural and industries and, into food products we use. For example, a Coca-Cola bottle, 98% of the water in that bottle is not what is in the bottle, but it is 98% of the water that goes into the ingredients that were used to make that Coca-Cola bottle. So much water is used to make daily products. For example, producing a cup of coffee takes 130 liters, and a cotton shirt takes 2,500 liters of water. But the product that requires one of the most amounts of water to produce is meat. Alfalfa is a common ingredient in cattle feed, and growing a kilogram of it takes about 150 liters. And just an average cow consumes 12 kilograms of alfalfa, which is a crazy amount of water, and 1/4 pound of hamburger takes about 1,500 liters of water to produce. And the world is starting to eat more high-calorie diet with more meat, but there isn't enough water in the world for everyone to eat more meat. So one of the ways I guess you can help is to become vegan or to reduce your meat consumption. So one of the ways we can improve water scarcity is to increase the price of water, so people realize the importance of water and how really scarce it is becoming. And especially government. If the government can decide the water is worth the money to repair our water infrastructures, it would be great and help us increase our water supply. And we value water so little that we dump 2 million tons of agricultural industrial waste into it. We have such easy access to water, that is why most people take it for granted. Even I do sometimes. For 1.2 billion people though, that reality is much harsher. They spend their day looking for water, going to bed wondering how they'll acquire their next cup of water. 771 million people do not have access to clean water, and 1.7 billion people do not have access to a clean sanitation, like a place to take a dump or use the bathroom. And 1 million people die each year from water-related diseases. Many of the people, women and girls in particular, those who live in a place where it's difficult to get access to water, do not have the ability to attend school because they spent hours searching for water that may be even contaminated with diseases, so it's not even worth it for them. we need to find more effective ways in our day-to-day lives to save the water. So here are some 5 ways to solve water shortages. One of the ways is we can spread the information and knowledge about and educate to change consumption and lifestyles that people have about water. And that might sound simple and easy, but it's really important that we educate people. Like for myself, I knew that we were short on water, but I never really realized the impact that it can have and the impact that it's having on other people, and the ways that we can improve it. So also, another way is we can invent new water conservation technologies, which a lot of scientists are doing right now. And we can recycle wastewater, improve irrigation and agricultural practices. We can appropriately price water, develop new energy efficient desalination plants. So you might be wondering what that is. So a desalination plant is an industrial facility that uses chemical or physical processes to reduce or recover salt concentrations from water supplies intended for drinking. So what that means, it turns seawater basically into fresh water, So it's very helpful because we have a lot of seawater. And yeah, so with the help of charities, we can also help donate to provide safe drinking water and sanitation for younger children and women in many communities to empower them to have a healthier future. So to help motivate you guys, I myself am going to donate $10 to a top-rated charity. And so the charity that I would like to talk to you about today is water.org. So water.org is one of the highest rated charities that provide clean water through affordable financing through small loans. So water.org has existed for 30 years and is founded by Matt Damon and Gary White. And they offer smart solutions to break down financial barriers and, between people living in poverty and access to safe water sanitation. Water.org has helped more than 50 million people to have clean water, and they have provided their services in 11 countries around the world. So, and they have more than 31 partners. Another amazing charity is Charity Water. So they are a global nonprofit organization that provides clean and safe drinking water to people in developing countries. They have 38,113 water projects for 9.6 million people in 24 countries. In the last decade, they have done more than 16,000 water projects and raised more than $200 million from donations. They partner with experienced local organizations that build sustainable water projects around the world. They helped 29 countries have access to clean water, and they use 100% of their donations towards provide safe drinking water to developing countries. They select certain water point locations based on geography and assessments of need, and they encourage that giving access to clean water in developing countries can provide education, income, and better health to women and children and communities. So I'll have both of those top-rated charities in my link description below, and I have a little surprise for you guys. I made you a little song, and I hope you like it. It's called Water Is Our Life. So yeah. Let's go. Water's essential for life. Without it, there is no life. Yeah, baby. We must save our water, 'cause it's getting hotter. Spread the word, the water is disappearing from Earth. Yeah. Water, water, water is our life. Without it, we'd be dead and not alive. Thirsty children, many in the world, they need education and a childhood. Just be like Matt Damon and donate to help. Just a small amount can change someone's life. Water, water, water is our life. Without it, we'd be dead and not alive. Recycle wastewater, take shorter showers, invent new technologies, spread your knowledge. Ooh, increase the price of water. These are some ways to help save our lovely water. Yeah, water, water. water. Water is our life. Without it, we'd be dead and not alive. Water is a saving grace. We take it for granted. Our body is made of 50% of water. Yeah! Water regulates our body temp and nourishes our brain, spinal cord. Our brain and heart are 3/4 water. Yeah, water, water, water is our life. Without it, we'd be dead and not alive. Ooh, water is our saving grace. We take it for granted. Ooh, it's true, and we need to save it. Ooh, yeah. Oh, water is our life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.